My name is Christian Basil. Years ago, I had an idea. I got myself a TARDIS. Took it to new places, met a lot of new people, took some great pictures, and talked Doctor Who. From Krypton Radio and the creators of the Hanging With web show, this is the legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Join me on my latest adventures and become part of the legend.
Hello, fellow Whovians. Welcome to another edition of the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil. Welcome there. We've got a wonderful episode today. We're doing a sequel to a previous episode, Give Me One Moment with Nine. Now we have repeated it. This is Give Me Another Moment with Nine. Today we're going to be celebrating our favorite Ninth Doctor, Christopher Eccleston, who played the Ninth Doctor in the 2005 reboot for 1 year. And then finally left our screens. But luckily, he came back to Big Finish to do some audios, and we are so proud to be talking about that. We'll be getting started in just a few moments. Again, we are going to be going to Tampa Bay Comic-Con at the end of this week, starting July 29th through the 31st. And believe it or not, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you can still save. You can use promo code SAVE, Tampa Bay Comic-Con promo code 15% off any of the tickets. That includes VIP passes if they're still available. Use promo code TARDIS located at the bottom for those of you listening. It is TARDIS. Go to TampaBayComicConvention.com and you can use the promo code. Still, you can save 15% off of the tickets. Tell them the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS sent you. Again, my name is Christian Basil, and welcome to the team in just a few moments. But first, let's get over here. Where's this? Boom. There we go. Again, for those of you just joining us, we are going to be talking about moments with number 9, the Ninth Doctor, Christopher Eccleston. As we pay tribute to the gentleman, let me go ahead and introduce the crew. Let me go ahead and start with somebody who hasn't been around for quite some time. We welcome him back. Joey Reynolds, Geek Radio America on Live 365. How you doing there, Joey? Welcome. Thanks for coming back, brother.
It's an honor to be back and no longer in southeastern Louisiana, up in a place where hurricanes hardly happen. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, city of champions, and the Pirates. But still, we love them anyway.
Why was that?
But you are family.
There you go.
We are family.
Yes, indeed.
City of Champions and the Pirates. Was there a reason why you had to exclude them?
Because the Pirates still suck.
Okay, well, great.
Yeah.
Well, then we got the lovely Melanie Dean, since you heard her voice already. Welcome, Melanie. She and I will be at Tampa Bay Comic-Con And we will be going a little bit more. Melanie is not going to be on for the after party, so let Melanie explain what she's going to be doing this weekend, Friday through Sunday, at the Tampa Bay Convention Center.
At the Tampa Bay Convention Center, I will be in Artist Alley over here at D5. I have my little booth. So I will be doing live painting. I'll be selling, the shtick. That's bringing paintings, doing paintings, selling prints on canvas, blah, 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 blah. So I have a ton of clone troopers and such like that I'm working on right now. And so, naturally a lot of Doctor Who stuff, a lot of Star Wars stuff, psych stuff. So yeah, it's that final push before load-in on Thursday. So that's what I'm working on. The other thing that, just so everybody kind of knows, I won't be in the after party because I need to get back to working on this kind of stuff.
Yeah, as soon as the show's over, I'm packing. I'm packing everything.
So,
I have an interesting story to tell about a particular blue box. It had to come from another state, and I'll explain in just a moment. You can stick around for that. Speaking of sticking around, we're going to introduce the lovely Melina. How you doing there, Melina? All the way from Puerto Rico with the lovely Peter Capaldi sticking his hand out over her head. How you doing, Melina?
I'm fine. He actually fell on top of me last night.
What?
Literally, he did. It was around 3:20 a.m., and I felt something just went, bah! And it was him. He actually fell on top of me.
What happened? Did you just like a?
I don't know. I don't know.
You just fell.
I don't know what either. Sometimes I move in my sleep, so I don't know if I moved it or punched it or kicked it or something. I don't know, but this is my bed. I'm sitting.
Dare you treat Peter that way?
Well, I'm not complaining. He did fell on top of me.
That's true.
But that was like. And I did not sleep till then. I was trying to figure it out why. I was still in the daze. It was like, and Peter was like right there. Everything fell on top, but what a way to wake up at 3:20-ish in the morning before going to work.
It's the 12th Doctor alarm clock. There you go. I'm waking up with
ding,
Peter.
ding, ding.
There you go. And we also have on the lovely Dan. How you doing there, Dan? This is Dan from, if you remember Dan from last episode, Dan is actually with the Dalek Builders. He's also in charge of Dalek Ren and Dalek How, both, which will be at Tampa Bay Comic-Con this weekend at the Tampa Bay Convention Center. Get your tickets, 15% off. Use TARDIS code. How you doing there, Dan?
I'm doing all right. When I woke up this morning, I didn't wake up so much to my alarms as I did to the rain, because I realized I've had Hal sitting on the trailer. I've got a tarp over him, but the trailer can't fit in the garage right now because my Yaya's car is in the garage.
Oh.
And when I woke up and I heard rain, I'm like, all right, I gotta run outside and I gotta check on Hal. But he's doing okay. He's holding up.
He's doing okay? Waterproof? Yeah. And just in case you've never seen... Just in case to give you a little teaser of what you're going to be seeing this weekend, there's Dalek Hal on the left and there's Dalek Ren on the right. And they will be with the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. We actually have a special thing going on Friday. You're going to get, it's a cosplay meetup. It's sponsored by us, and it's going to be in the Embassy building. So all the information we're going to be providing, we're going to make sure we're going to put it on our Facebook page or YouTube channel. Make sure everybody who is going out there, we're going to see these two Daleks, get a picture with them, and of course the Traveling TARDIS, which I will be explaining in a moment. Meantime, hi there, folks. Welcome to the Legend of the... I hate this camera. I hate this camera. Can I fix it this way? No. Okay. We'll work. We'll go with it there. Today we're doing a special thing. We are doing a tribute to the Ninth Doctor, as you may well be aware from the title. Give me another moment with 9. This is going to be our favorite moments with the Ninth Doctor. And don't forget, Melanie is in charge of the chats today, so she's going to be taking your chats as well, so I don't have to go completely crazy. So those are some fine Daleks. Yes, Carl, welcome back to the show out there. So I've got a surprise for everybody. I'm hoping this works and doesn't freeze up my screen. If it does, we won't be using this. But I've been having problems trying to figure out who's going to be starting our episodes, who's going to be doing it. And Mark's not here. So hopefully if Mark gets his power back. Oh, there we go. This is the sacred wheel of the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, because I had no idea what to call it better there. So instead of me deciding one by one, we are actually going to press a little button. We're going to spin the wheel, and whoever it lands on will be going first, and we're going to be taking them in that order. So without further ado, here we go. Just to give you an example of what we're talking about here, let's spin that wheel. Bankrupt, lose a turn. Bankrupt, lose a turn.
Big money.
We are going to be starting with, let's see here. Oh, is it getting? Yeah, the lovely Melanie Dean's going to go first.
We have a winner.
So,
and a winner is you.
You have a winner. It is Melanie. And let me get rid of this. Go away. There we go. And we were hiding out over there. So, Melanie, you're going to start off first. Tell us your moment of 9 and why.
I don't know if my moment was the same moment I had the last time, because now I'm sitting here kind of going, oh no, did I pick the same thing from last time? But if it is, I don't care. It's still the same moment that I love and enjoy.
Well, here's the thing, because moments change. I mean, next 2 years from now, we'll probably be asking you the same thing. We might have this episode, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, it's not that moment anymore.
This is very true. So my moment is my favorite moment, absolutely, with 9, and that I would love to see him once again with the absolutely amazing Annette Badland. And my favorite one was the moment in Boomtown where they were discussing.
I love that moment.
It was just the most amazing dinner scene between the two of them, because I loved how they're at the dinner table, so they're not going to be kicking and screaming and yelling and because he just kind of surprise, I'm going to be right here. But for me, it's a huge pivotal moment for me, for myself, because when I first tried to get into Doctor Who, I watched the episode Vincent. I was like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start at the beginning. And I started, and then I got with the Slithines, and I did not like farting monsters. One fart joke here and there, it's hilarious. It just was too constant for me, and I'm going, this isn't it just seems like a much different show than what I saw with Vincent. But I decided, no, it's got to get better. Everybody told me, persevere. And I kept pushing through, and then Boomtown, where not only did it redeem that episode and those characters for me, it really did show off, at least in the case of Annette Badland. She's just incredible in this scene, and it showed everything else about. Everyone likes to say that, the Ninth Doctor is grumpy, he's more stern. If you go back, he's really just as goofy as Tennant, and he literally is just as manic in his own way. But you just only had that one kind of season to see all that. If you go back, he's cheerful, he's happy, he's very like a bouncy little puppy. But when he's mad, those teeth come out, and they come out fiercely. But I just loved this scene in that there was this there was a quiet grace, but there was a quiet power going, where you could see that these are two people playing chess, what was at stake. And it was just, it was pivotal again for me getting back into the show and going, this is amazing. And for both characters, because to me, again, it gave that little bit more of a redemption in my eyes, and maybe some others, I don't know, with the Slithines and Margaret.
So it was Boomtown that gave you the redemption from Aliens in London in World War III. So because we got to know, wow, I can't say her name. Why?
Margaret?
She's got Margaret. Thank you. She's got that long name. I'm thinking the whole thing.
Oh, no, I'm not going to go the whole thing.
No, that's fine. But we got to know Margaret a little bit more personal. And not only that, but we got to see the Doctor's personality come out as well, the Ninth Doctor. And Margaret was using it as a tool. She was using it as a weapon against the Doctor. Only a killer would know that. She was going like, just one day. There you go. Carl Witzman says it best. The dinner scene was good. Doctor took control and showed his intelligence. I think. I also think if you look at the Doctor, he was kind of taken aback because when she spotted him and said, only a killer would know that, after saying that speech where just sometimes you let one go because the wind's blowing the right way or something like that, and then she just nailed him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! It was, and those two were just playing off each other so well.
Yeah, I mean, it was very, very. You're right. Only another killer would know that. And I mean, it to me, it not only did it level the playing field a little bit between the two, but it changed it in that, again, like they were playing chess, and these are not. You realize, oh yeah, it's like the goofy doctor, and oh, it's just a farting monster, ha ha ha, and then they just articulate by the use of their words and their articulation really showed how powerful and how just evil they can be. How just that's my moment with 9. Give me more of that. Give me more of that in Big Finish, please. I'm here.
There you go. And speaking of which, we are going to go to commercial break, and when we return, we're going to continue. And everybody, while we're in the chats, I haven't officially named the wheel. So if you want to call it something like the Wheel of Time, the Traveling TARDIS Wheel of Time, please, in the chats right now, go ahead and do it while we're on commercial break. Mark says, Christian, why wasn't your name on the Sacred Wheel of Traveling TARDIS? That wasn't fair. That's random chance.
Yeah.
You might go first. No.
You always go last.
It's always my privilege as being the showrunner that I get to go last there, Mark. Maybe I might change it up a bit there. On this episode, I'll go last, and I'll explain why in a little bit. When we return, there you go. Tell us your moments in the chats right now of your favorite moments of 9. And also, while you're at it, give us a name for this wheel thing. When we return, please continue to stay logged on, tuned in, and become part of the legend. We'll be right back.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Boom. And that wasn't me, y'all.
This is...
Join author Gary Zeiger for an animatic short film based on his Breakaway Stingray novel series. Watch this animatic short based on the novel Stingray, You Can't Hide Forever at stingrayseries.com. In Stingray, You Can't Hide Forever, Captain Epsilon is putting the band back together to rescue his protege's little sister from the evil conglomerate, while keeping his state-of-the-art warship Stingray out of their hands. Watch as the adventure unfolds in the groundbreaking animatic short at stingrayseries.com. Then, join the crew of Stingray with the next novel in the series, Stingray Prophecy, where Captain Epsilon and Dr. Zubre are pivotal players in an ancient prophecy. Can they reunite the people of two worlds before they destroy each other? To learn more, visit stingrayseries.com.
Meet the Doctor.
I'm the Doctor.
But not the one you were expecting.
All right, sexy. It's time to go home.
Doctor Who Velocity. Streaming now.
In the 70s, watching Doctor Who on PBS, said, oh, hi there. There we go. So coming in late in the game, I feel for the kids who grow up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil. Today we are reliving our favorite moments. Give me another moment with 9. And I see the chats are lighting up out there. Also, we want to give a name to our little wheel that we're going to be using to select people out there. Put in the chats right now. Give us your favorite moment with wine. The what?
I vote this one because I'm waiting for Christian to say it.
So what is that? Schismatic.
schismatic.
Schismatic. Oh, excuse me.
Like the Great Schism.
Well, excuse me. Okay, let's go ahead. Welcome back there. I don't know what's going on, Melanie. I pushed the button for the commercial and even says microphone is muted and nothing shows up. So I'm like, okay, this is really just
Mom, I'm doing a podcast. I'll have to call you later.
There you go. All right. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel below. We just need 2 more people to get to 250. Just go over to the YouTube channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell, ring the bell, because that will let you know when we're getting new episodes out here. I want to thank you all. Really, it's slow. I want to thank you all for joining us here today at the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. And let's go ahead and pull up that wheel to see who's going to be the next contestant undoing their favorite moment with 9. Here we go.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Yes.
We really need music.
Yes, I love Pressure Your Luck. I watched it the other night. It was awesome.
Yeah.
No whammies,
Good day. Yep, there we go. But it's just really slow there. Joey, you're up next there, sir. And let's get to your favorite moment. Go ahead and remove the wheel and tell us about your favorite moment with 9.
From a story that almost didn't happen if the Terry Nation estate had not given approval. And this was from the Rob Sherman script, Dalek. And before I go any further, Rob Sherman has made 3 contributions to Doctor Who, 2 for Big Finish, 1 a 6 Doctor story with Frobisher. I forgot the name of it.
The Holy Terror and Scherzo.
Okay. Oh, yes, you're right. The other one's Scherzo. But then,
sorry, I'm a big Rob Sherman fan when it comes to Big Finish.
It's understandable. It's understandable. And then the great audio drama for Christmas called The Chimes of Midnight with the 8th Doctor and with I forgot her name, Charlotte Pollard. Yes, Charlie. Yeah. And in this case, if this is his only contribution to television Who, in a baseball analogy, he's retired with a 1.000 RBI. I mean, he really hit it out of the park. When you take a look at when the Doctor walks into this dark chamber and he sees a blue light and he doesn't know who it is, but he wants to help out. And he says, I can help you. I'm the Doctor. And then that Dalek just wakes up. Doctor, the Doctor, and then just goes into proper typical Dalek how'd you do mode. You will be exterminated, usual stuff. Right. And that look of fear, absolute fear in his face. But then as the Dalek tries to use his energy weapon, he's neutralized, and the Doctor has a complete 180-degree turn, that change of emotions where it's like the Dalek can't do anything. And the fact that he explained to the Dalek that his entire race was destroyed, but yes, the Time Lords were also destroyed as well. And the Dalek says, so you're alone, just like me. We have something in common. And then the Doctor was very angry and he says, no, we don't. But wait a minute. Yes, we do. We are alone. But here's something that I could do. And that one thing that kind of bothered me, because never cruel nor cowardly has always been the underlying statement where the character of the Doctor is concerned. Right. And that is that was written by Stephen Moffat way back in 1999, way before he took over the mantle of showrunner. But the Doctor ends up doing something cowardly in this respect, and I think it's just maybe because of the fact that he's got one more Dalek that he didn't get rid of, and he decides to just throw the switch and have him electrocuted. At least, thankfully, where the script was concerned, there was intervention and they stopped it, but the fact of the matter was that, and the fact that the Dalek was like pretty much levitating above stairwells and such, but it just gave a look into the Doctor's past that obviously we have seen so much of that look into the past in the future of the series, to a point where I just hope it's not rewritten, if you will. A lot of things in the past few years of this series have kind of been not so much rewritten, I guess you could say retconned, but I hope this is a moment of Doctor Who that stays pure, because of the fact that the Doctor proves in the least bit, it gives us a glimpse at the hell he had to endure during the Time War where the Daleks were concerned.
Well, I think it's a little bit of the PTSD that everybody mentions that the Ninth Doctor had, because remember, his predecessor pushed the button. So he's pushed he's post pushed the button. Yes, thank you, Melina. Yeah, he's pushed the button at this moment, so he's already done the deed. And remember, we still haven't had Day of the Doctor, so he still firmly believes that he's done the deed. And at this point, I think he throws he throws caution way out the window. And you got to realize that he had all this, and I'll read to that in just a second there. He's gotten through all this thinking that he's wiped out the Daleks, and it only takes one to show back up, and he's in total trouble again there. Luda says PTSD after believing what he did to the end of the Time War, and no longer the man he believes himself to be, rose to help heal him. That is the truth. I still, to this day, say, if you remember from Rose Clive, who had all that research that he had on the Ninth Doctor, and if you remember the 3 tragedies that the Doctor was involved, the sinking of the Titanic, the Krakatoa eruption, and the assassination of John Kennedy, my theory is that he was trying to get a handle on the moment, what he just did. So he's going back through all these tragedies that affected Earth, and seeing that's just my opinion, but if that goes on to the PTSD and trying to get a handle on the moment, I could see why when he finally meets the Dalek for the first time, he's like, no way, I got rid of you. You are cockroaches. You need to go. Michael, hey there, Michael. My favorite part was with the Ninth Doctor was when Rose and the Doctor are the Ferris wheel, and he couldn't figure that it was the signal, and sang for the first time, fantastic, with the music, the background music, with Murray Gold going out there. That was a fun part out there. I love it.
We use that for the spoilers part. Whenever we say spoilers, and he turns around and looks, it's fantastic, and that's the scene that we use.
Yeah, I'll give it a whirl. Here we go. There's no spoilers.
Spoilers.
Fantastic.
That part.
This thing is just being jumpy today out there. But don't forget, we're going to be doing your favorite moments as well. So I think it's time for the wheel again. Hang on one second. Here we go. I'm missing somebody on the wheel, aren't I? Am I? No.
It's each time someone goes.
Oh, you know what? It's Mark. It's Mark. That's why I forgot he's not here. So the next spin is gonna be.
Oh my god! Ah! No! My brain.
Oh, Dios mío.
Sí.
There we go. The person who knows Daleks best. It's gonna be Daniel. Yep. There we go.
See, but now me going after him, it just feels like a copycat. So I guess it works that I'm talking a little bit more about how it has impacted my life and my friendships over the years. But yeah, it's definitely going to be the same episode, Dalek. That was, first of all, Christopher Eccleston, he was my first Doctor, so of course he's always going to hold a special place in my heart. And he was also the Doctor that introduced me to, and the reason that I got so invested in the Daleks, because before that, I had at least never seen a Dalek in the show before. So I had no idea what they were. I didn't know what they were about. I just saw cycloptic robot-looking thing that I felt really bad for. And like has been mentioned, the whole seeing his reaction to the Dalek, you can already tell, even if you're completely new to this show, how he feels about them, how strong his hatred is for them, that he is willing to commit genocide. When the previous episodes was really mostly just him trying to save people. And I mean, like, yeah, you did have that one dark moment where he basically killed Cassandra, but you can, like it's been mentioned, you can really see the trauma that he has from the Time War there. But as far as how it's impacted my life is, if it wasn't for that episode, if it wasn't for Christopher Eccleston helping bring the show back, I wouldn't even have full-size Dalek, let alone 2 full-size Daleks. I probably never would have gone to MegaCon last year, so I probably would never have met Christian. I wouldn't have been on this podcast. I wouldn't be going to Tampa Bay Comic Convention. So the Ninth Doctor obviously means a whole lot to me, and that the entire episode is beautiful. It's still gets me in tears anytime I watch it. I love it. I can't stop rewatching it.
Was there we're talking about moments? Was there a specific moment that just like turned everything for you? That this is what I'm going to be doing.
From the second that they flicked on the lights, that already I was enamored with both Christopher Eccleston's performance as well as, of course, the Dalek. And then what really got me was not just that, but the ending scene where the Dalek is about to self-destruct and he runs in with a gun, which the Doctor has stated that he's not really about guns and stuff, even though he's contradicted that multiple times. But at the time, he's like, no guns, don't like killing. And then he runs in with the gun and isn't just pointing it at the Dalek, but also at Rose. And when she's asking him, what are you turning into? You can really see how he's kind of realizing not just what he's doing in the moment, but also what he had done before. You can kind of see how that's reflecting on what he did in the Time War. So I feel like he didn't just take that as her calling him out for holding the gun up at her and the Dalek, but he also sort of subconsciously took that as, what did he just do to his entire race?
That's right. You just remember that later he admitted he remembered every single name of the Gallifreyan dead that he used the moment. I think he remembered the kids. If I'm not mistaken, it's 2.47 billion or something. How many children were on Gallifrey at the time? That, if I'm not mistaken, anybody can correct me on that out there. But yeah, so that that is just heartbreaking there.
By the way, Dan, those Daleks are built better than the BBC. Congratulations. Seriously, just to take as much free time as you have, and Lord knows, I don't know how old you are, but I
22.
just, oh, grasshopper, you have so much to learn. It's a kung fu reference, but
yeah, I know.
Yeah, good. Hey, finally, a young one watches TV. That's good. You're doing better than us. The fact that the show has pretty much got you to do something in terms of what you're applying right now with your craft. It's very, very commendable, and bless you for it, sir. Bless you. And 22. I wish I was.
I appreciate it.
Oh, sure thing. I wish I was 22. You wish you were 22, Christian?
No. I kind of like being able to do what I want to do. That was that moving age where it's just like, I'm making money, but not enough. Steve Stone, hey there. Is there any place that Doctor Who's streaming currently? My goodness, it's moved around so many times. I know
it
HBO
keeps moving
Max.
around.
Yeah.
HBO Max.
Christian, or am I? Yeah, Christian.
Oh, for a second I thought that was me.
Yeah, at first I thought it too. Yeah, your microphone is not going, and you're not on mute. So yes, it's as I believe it was Melina has said. You can find it on HBO Max. We have one person, Eludis, I can't remember. Now, I'm bad with your name. Oh, my goodness. Free TV apparently has it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a matter of which one, because at first somebody had, all of them. And then now it was a matter of who had classic. Here's Luna. Who had classic and who had new who. But yeah, it's... Yep, cat, the traveling TARDIS cat alert. Luna's been up here, but luckily she usually is really good about staying off camera, so she's been up here for a while. But yes, I want to say HBO Max, and right now I know Disney Plus is trying to vie to be the one to stream. They're trying to curry favor with the BBC to be the one to stream.
It wouldn't be the first time, because I think what a certain amount of David Tennant's time on the show was broadcast on Disney XD. but it was a brief run.
Yeah.
And a little bit that was on Amazon Prime for a while too.
Mhm.
David
It's
said
on
it was-
BritBox.
I remember that because
I
I
did.
remember the
was-
warning.
It had all the classic Who and the new Who on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Oh, and Pluto TV, but it has Classic Who and just runs Classic Who.
Yeah.
And if you're cool with commercials, Pluto TV is the best way as well. If you'd like to watch
Elweedus.
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 All right. We're going to hit a commercial break. I've added one name to the list because I want to make sure that he gets in there because he did give us a picture, and I'm very interested about the picture in there. It's actually been mentioned. When we return, please continue to stay logged on, tune in, and pray to God that this thing works. Stand by. Here we go again.
Elweedus. I'm just going to keep saying Elweedus. Elweedus.
We are a touring acoustic duo crashing kitchens around the country. We go from house to house every Friday night and we create music, we create food, a good time, we stream it live and we do it for free. So now we're just really kind of like trying to develop it and build a community group that people believe in, then they'll help us. So we played from our rehearsal room, we played from the bathroom, thankfully that didn't catch on.
I probably played guitar in my room, not for anyone, in front of anyone, nobody heard, for probably about 10 years.
And then one Friday night we played from the kitchen. It's the main place people want to be. It's where the food is, it's where the drink is, it's where the best lighting is. You can go to any party and I guarantee you, the kitchen is going to be popping.
Our ultimate goal, I think, would be to crash kitchens every Friday all around the world.
Hi, my name is Jamie Engel, critically acclaimed author of The Toilet Papers, Places to Go While You Go, a short story collection suited to match your bathroom needs. Only have to go a little? No problem. I've got stories under 1,000 words for you. Far from poopin'? I've got you covered. With stories over 5,000 words to keep you occupied, while your latrine stays occupied. And that's not all. The Toilet Papers is endorsed by the fine folks from Squatty Potty, the stool for better stools. But don't take my word for it. See what Dookie the Squatty Potty unicorn has to say on YouTube. You won't be disappointed. Well, I've got to go, but you can grab your copy of The Toilet Papers on Amazon in ebook or print, or get an autographed copy from me at therightangle.com. And don't worry, I promise I'll wash my hands first. The Toilet Papers. You might just stay in the bathroom longer than you need to.
Autobots, roll out! They're not Autobots.
They're definitely not Autobots. Welcome back to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil. I'm here with the lovely Melanie Dean. Dan, all the way from the Dalek Builders. See Dan with Dalek Hal and Dalek Ren this weekend. I've got the lovely Melina Vader, and we have Joy Reynolds from Geek Radio America. And there's Luna. Oh, you're going to make me do it. Here we go. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Traveling TARDIS Cat Alert. There it is.
Cat Alert.
Cat Alert. So, I just want to give a couple shout outs to some birthdays. Today, if you're watching live on the 26th of July, we want to give a big shout out to not a visitor. If you're not familiar with her, you may be familiar with a series called Deep Space Nine. She played Major Kira, and she got to hold the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. But there's definitely one person you would understand. This is Eve Miles, and she's celebrating a birthday too, with Garrett David Lloyd, both from Torchwood. So happy birthday to both Nana and Eve. Happy birthday. I'm just going to make this quick reference. As much as we got the birthdays going, we do have to give our condolences, especially to Miss Lisa Bowerman. We lost a very special actor this past Sunday, and that hurt. That really hurt this weekend, because you want to talk about my childhood all sprawled out on this gentleman. This is the legendary David Warner, and he just passed this Sunday. I think he was born 41.
40. He would have been 81 next week. So yeah,
he would have been 81 next. I think July 29th. Is that correct? He would have been 81 in just 3 days. So, David, thank you for everything. If you want to catch his audios, he plays the alternate Doctor in Big Finish audios. The alternate, I believe, third Doctor,
Unbound.
Now, here's the thing that I saw the video. I don't know if anybody caught it. Christopher Eccleston came out that he was going to do a special for Big Finish. It's the 60th anniversary, and he actually name dropped David Warner. So I'm hoping that they managed to.
I'm sure it was in the can. I'm sure he wouldn't have talked about it unless if it was in the can. Yeah,
I'm hoping so too. First time remember him on Tron. Yep, some people know him from.
Remember Time Bandits? Funny enough.
Yeah, I'm
scared the dickens out of me.
Oh, and I was an idiot kid too, because I did not. I think I told the story to people. There was a bunch of parents who got together and they were going to take their kids to see E.T. and it was sold out, and the parents did not know what to do. So for the longest time, I was sitting in the theater going, "Oh, this is great." When we're watching E.T., and then all of a sudden, Evil came out, and all these guys came out, David Rappaport, and all this. I'm like, I don't see any alien here. When does E.T. show up? I was watching the legendary Time Bandits, and I've grown to love that movie even as much when I was when I became an adult. It's one of my top 10 movies out there.
David Warner had appeared in The Omen, where he played the photographer.
Yes,
say that. Yeah, The Omen. I remember him in The Omen.
But there was another Doctor Who actor that was there as well. Can you guess who it is?
In The Omen? Oh, yeah, Patrick Troughton. Yes, he plays the priest.
Yes, who got impaled. Yeah.
Then he regenerates. That'd be funny if somebody could do a regeneration video.
Yeah.
Carl Witzman, I liked the episode on the satellite 5 when the Earth was destroyed by solar flare. He was very polite to the tree lady, showed his manners, which he could show when he wanted to. I kind of take
air from his lungs was his gift.
I kind of think as 9 being the no nonsense Doctor. It's like once you cross the line, you know. Remember when the 10th Doctor says no second chances? That sort of guy. I think that was more 9 than 10.
Yeah,
because 10 was always giving second chances. Remember School Union when he goes, "If I don't like what I see, it's going to stop." So he's giving second chances there. There you go.
I think almost he was referring to Margaret again with the Slitheen saying, remember she basically turned into an egg, so she had a chance to start over again. So that was a second chance. He did get a lot of second chances.
There you go. Okay, so I'm going to spin the wheel again, and Mark's got his choice in there, so unfortunately he's not here. I'm hoping he'll be in the chats, but let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see whose choice is going to be up next. Let's hide that. Oh, this wheel just comes out really.
Mark Muncy?
Mark Muncy, yeah.
Okay.
Because he did give a choice. I did want to talk about his choice. It was a cool choice. Melina, you will be saving the best for last out there. So are you
sure you're just not going to pick somebody else to go up against Melina? I mean, that's Christian.
Melina, it's good. We're gonna because Melina is gonna be right before me. So, like I said, we're saving Melina the best for last. But I did want to bring up Mark's choice. I'm bringing up Mark's choice.
Well, then say it.
This is Mark's choice. There it is. Just as once, everybody lives. Does anybody have any comments about this particular scene? Just as once, everybody lives.
Sheer joy, absolute joy. Especially since after what happened with the Time War, I mean, for him to end up finally getting a W, considering that, people have died whenever he's defeated everybody, defeated the aliens and such. I mean, and even sometimes those losses are too close to home. Katarina, Adric, to an extent, Perry, and but now in this case, again, nobody died. Everybody was saved as a result. And of course, just this once, everybody lives. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And it's a beautiful thing, too, because, it does. He gets this one victory out of years and years of centuries of just losses over and over again. And, we don't really. with the Big Finish expanded universe and all the companions in between, we don't even know how many people he's lost over time.
Yeah.
So we can only we can't. I don't. You know what? We really can't imagine what he's been through. But yeah, he wins this victory. He said, "Just this once, I'm going to win. I'm not going to lose out there." It's the same thing with Daleks Take Manhattan. I think that was the episode. Remember when the pig guy was dying, and he goes like, "No, but nobody's going to be dying here." He pulls up the stethoscope. So he has those moments where, nope, this is where I'm going to stand my ground and take on death. I'm going to win this one out there.
And Christopher says it with his eyes. He's such a great actor that you can see it, the expression, his facial expression, and the emotion seen in his eyes. There's this sparkle in it that's just and visually, like the visuals around it.
Oh, the nanogenes
Makes it everything even more just, I guess, magical.
Yeah.
It makes it look like a miracle.
And even then, it's like the if you think about it, the villain of the story was the nanogenes, because they were the kind of the big bad. But then, because of the Ninth Doctor convincing the young mother to stop running away, and the and then reunite with the kid, that's are you my mummy? Are you mummy? And that's even my mummy. That's even like a huge thing where you still get people cosplaying that and also being afraid of seeing little kids with gas masks running around. The nanogenes became the hero, so it actually kind of switched what it was. So to me, that was also brilliant writing in that respect too, not having just, the doctor's going to find a cure. It was the doctor's compassion and his way of using his compassion to break through to others to become compassionate, turn it into the big win.
And go ahead, Johnny. Sorry.
No, I was saying it was a great first effort for Stephen Moffat, plus the introduction of Captain Jack Harkness, played always very well by John Barrowman, and of course my favorite scene at the end, where apparently the Doctor ends up saving Jack, and of course
Rose.
and the dance to Moonlight Serenade. Yeah, that was Glenn Miller. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Nice ending.
And especially Melina, as you were saying, that's like you were seeing the magical at the end when he's holding the nanogenes. He's about to throw it at the people because you want move, Rose? I'll show you. It's almost like he is totally, enjoying the moment that for once that he gets to save everybody when he doesn't. When this is not normally his normal day, when he's always going around from place to place, planet to planet, city to city, and he always loses somebody or somebody dies in his presence. Now here's the chance of his redemption, and you could see it in his eyes as he's holding the nanogenes. You want moves, Rose? I'll show you moves.
And that even shows again that kind of, I say, the manicness of Nine, where he's not always just so grumpy and serious, but though that arc, he had a lot of little just comedic little bites of no mummies here, that kind of that little fun, and I agree with Melina, just the sheer elation that he had, that he won, that he had that W. You saw it just everywhere within Eccleston's body language.
And bananas are good.
Bananas are good. Yes, remember he takes the
good source of potassium.
The between Jack and Nine, how that started, because it was like always bring a banana to the party, Rose. The bananas are good because they have potassium. Blah 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 blah. And even then, Jack like sparring with him, going, well, I have a banana and he can, put together a cabinet. They started that kind of sniping. It was like,
well, it's like the two guys fighting over the girl. It's just like, who's going to be better? Who's the better dancer? And then all of a sudden, oh my God, at the end of the episode, he's got, for a better term, his groove back. He's dancing with Rose and he's like, I can dance, Rose. I can dance. I think it was just, what was it? The elation that he's just getting back. Let's go into the chats, and then we're going to get with Melina and her choice.
Come on,
My
say her name.
favorite. What's that?
Say her name.
Oh, I get it wrong all the time. It's
Elide.
Elias. My favorite moment was the credits during Rose. I looked down to see my son, LJ, leaning back against me after watching the full episode with me. At that moment, I realized my 3-year-old was in the same position as I was. I watched Doctor Who on PBS with my father on the weekday afternoons. I was also 3 when we began watching it in the 70s. It was deja vu, a perfect parallel to my childhood. Second favorite is his argument in the Dalek, and the Dalek states he would make a good Dalek, and the look on Eccleston.
That's as far as it goes. Welcome
Okay. It's just chatting. There you go. That's cool there. Pronounced Elwides. It's going to take me at least 300 shots. I'm sorry, Elwides. Trust me, I'm trying. I will definitely try this.
I was going to keep shouting it.
Okay, please do. Yeah.
One more.
There. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Let me get that. Let me get it out. There you go.
Clicking on when I'm trying to click on things.
Put it back up.
Who's in charge of the chats?
I know, right?
I know, but I've got the banners. Mark Robinson, my favorite 9th Doctor is when Richard E. Grant Doctor talking to the Master in the TARDIS. Okay, well, I guess you can bend that rule. We said 9th Doctor, but I was referring to the Eccleston, not necessarily Richard E. Grant's from Screams of Shelka. To the Master in the TARDIS. Second moment is when the War Doctor, technically 9th Doctor, regenerates into the 9th. In a bit of a paradoxal where he says, I hope the years are not as conspicuous. But favorite moments of Christopher Eccleston is when 9th realized he was same as the Dalek. Oh my God, yeah. That was an intense moment, and Rob Sherman just brought it out. And it's just like, I wish he would just keep writing. He only gives him 1 episode, whatever.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Hey, there's only 1 episode. That's the one. Yeah.
You got it. Andrew Morris, I love the way it turns out the villain isn't really the villain in the end. The Doctor dances, and Star Trek The Devil in the Dark. What kind of sonic weapon a Scrooge who just builds cabinets in the middle of the night?
Cabinet.
Yep, there you go.
It doesn't do wood.
It does not. And I love when Steve Stone. I love when the 10th Doctor has the gas mask on that says, "Are you my mummy to the soldier?" Even though nobody knows the joke. Hey, we do. That's good enough.
Quick plug: Steve is going to be with me. If you went to see me during MegaCon, Steve was my booth babe. So if you come to if you come to Tampa Bay Comic Con, come see me and Steve, because Steve will probably be bringing some of his comics. I believe it's immortalsamurai.com. Steve put that in the chat so I can make sure I can put it up later on so everyone can know who you are and support.
And without further ado, let's go ahead over to Melina. Melanie sticks your 2 fingers up.
I knew what that meant, but she doesn't. Okay. Melina's turn, please.
Melina, if this button works, your choice. What did you pick as your moment with 9?
I had 2 though, but my favorite one was when he says "coward" any day. That was in the Parting of Ways. I'm going to read it exactly what it was. Then prove yourself. What are you, coward or killer? And the Doctor says coward any day. That was my favorite part, definitely. And
banner, I think. There we go. With the banner.
Christopher Eccleston was also my first Doctor. I started watching Doctor Who in 2010. I had no idea that such thing existed. I had no idea that there was such a thing as a classic Doctor Who. I had no idea. This is my first time ever. And what I knew from watching the first time, that he mentioned there was a war, the Time War, and we can tell that he was hurt. And Christopher is such a great actor, and with Russell being such a great showrunner there, such a great writer, you can feel the emotion, the raw emotion. That I don't see him as bitter or cranky or any of that. He's just hurt. He's very hurt, and because he did something that he felt like he had no choice. And so for the Emperor Dalek, when they asked, what are you? It was just a simple question. a killer or coward. And that line only said coward any day. And because he didn't want to repeat what he did back then. And that's, I mean, again, that's what I knew for the first time watching Doctor Who. And I actually, for a moment there, I started crying because I thought they were going to kill him. Spoiler alert. Well, kind of. That was his last episode.
I haven't seen Doctor Who.
Yeah, exactly. But I had no idea that there was such a thing as regeneration. I had no idea. Like I'm just remembering the first time I was watching it, and Christopher, like Dan said, it really holds a special place in my heart because he was the one who brought me. Same with Russell. They were the ones who brought me to Doctor Who. I had no idea that there was such a series like this at all. And for Christopher Eccleston to bring also the young kids, I mean, it takes, I guess, a lot of talent and charisma, and that's what Christopher had, charisma. But there was also a lot of emotion. And he does it so well with his eyes. I think his eyes are the one thing that you can see, that the way he expresses the words that he said, that you can, it expresses so well through his eyes. So that was my favorite part. But if you don't mind me adding, I also was gonna add also the departure speech before he regenerates, because I think it was the most beautiful and not sad. Like it was. Have you noticed that a lot of the speeches, like David Tennant and Matt Smith, they're kind of sad. Especially Peter Capaldi was sad, but with Christopher, he made it kind of positive. He said, what he said to Rose, just to let you know that you were fantastic, and you know what? So was I. And that was that moment when he knew that how do I say, it was a positive light. So that's why when people say that he was more negative, he was more cranky, I disagree. I think he was just hurt, and he just needed a little bit of healing. That's when Rose came in, and like people said, the PTSD thing. But that definitely was my favorite line, when he said coward any day.
What I think is interesting about that is that, I'll use this analogy, it kind of harkens back over there. He spent all that time building that weapon. He went into the TARDIS and he started grabbing everything, putting this weapon together, holding the trigger. And I kind of think it harkened him back when he was about to push that red button.
He was shaking also.
He was shaking, right. He was like, I'm doing this again. I've done this once, and here I am doing it again.
I was almost getting Genesis of the Daleks a little bit with the
touch those two wires, right. But he made the ultimate decision as the War Doctor, or at least we thought, back then, because back then he did push the red button to wipe out the Daleks. Now he's back again, doing the whole thing again. And he's shaking. He's just like,
he was shaking.
What? Yeah, I'm. What was it? The shockwave would not know the difference between humans and Daleks. He's wiping out people, undiscriminately again. And he's back here, and then all of a sudden, snap! No, I'm a coward. Any day, I'm not going to do this again. So that was really a big turn of events, from the Time War that he had created when he was the War Doctor. So I think he just couldn't do it again. He knows what he did once.
Especially seeing a second time, when you know a little bit more about the history of Doctor Who, that the way he was shaking, that part when he was going like this shaking, I know that he had flashbacks when he had to make that decision. But definitely
nobody knows.
But Christopher really captured that emotion, and really, how do I say, that when you have this little feeling right here, like you're about to cry, because you feel it, and it's And you think, I mean, you had farting monsters, you had all these silliness happening, but who knew that? I mean, that was my first impression, right? That it could be this serious about the life and death situation. That it's just more than just silly monsters and aliens from outer space. Something, you know, kind of cheesy. It is has a little deeper meaning, and that's what brought me in to Doctor Who, because of Christopher and Russell.
There you go. Well, we've come to the end of our show. This is for this episode. For our friends on the audio version, thank you for listening. If you want to hear what I have to say, you're gonna have to watch the YouTube channel or one on our Facebook, anywhere in the videos out there. For those of you on here, please don't forget to subscribe. YouTube.com, The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. We're just a couple people away from hitting 2250. If you can hit it, help us out. Hit us out. The more subscribers, the more, you know, that helps us out, generates the algorithms, and makes people come over and watch all the good content that you're seeing right now. There's a good YouTube video, and there's a link provided by Andrew Morris. We'll check it out a little bit later out there. Again, for those, sorry, go ahead. Does anyone know how old the Ninth Doctor? Nobody knows how old the Doctor is. Not even he or she does.
No, because I think once they started kind of having a little bit of fun of how old he was, they were kind of noting that with the 10th Doctor and the 11th Doctor. But then River came along and just kind of said, "I'm sorry, how old are you telling people you are?"
Right.
You know, and then it's gone. And now, and then how long Capaldi was in that little, you know, mirror compact thing.
2 billion years. Yeah.
So
it was closer to like 3 or 4 million.
4.5, right? A billion?
2.4 billion.
0.4.
Because Clara's eyes lit up and goes, how long was he in? 2.4 billion, I believe, years.
No, I think it was 4.5.
Okay.
I know the children was 2.47 billion.
Correct. What's that?
The children that he counted was 2.47 billion. Billion. Buh.
With a buh.
Wait a minute. I'm confused. Are you talking about the prison? How long he was in prison?
Dial.
Okay.
In the confession dial, I think it was 2.
It was 4.5 billion.
4.5 billion. Okay. There you go. There you go.
He's old.
We're not ending the show. For those of you who are watching, we're still not ending the show yet. We are just going to be ending the audio version. We want to thank everybody for listening to the audio version. iHeartRadio, sci-fi.radio. You can download the app for free. CBS Radio, it's now Odyssey, I think. Spotify, Spreaker, Podbean, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, you can download and hear the audio. Again, if you want to hear my choice, stick for the after party for all those who are watching on the YouTube or the Facebook page or on Twitch. We're going to continue with your discussions for a moment of 9, and I think we're just going to believe we have some other discussions over here. But for those of you watching, stick around. We are going to continue for another half hour. And again, for those of you who want to join us this weekend, save 15% on Tampa Bay Comic-Con tickets. Go to TampaBayComicConvention.com. Use promo code TARDIS.
Christian, before we go, prayers for Tony Dow. He was part of the special effects team for the Doctor Who telemovie in 1996. Obviously, we know him better as from his appearance on Leave It to Beaver for all those years ago. Earlier today, it was stated that he had passed. He has not, but his son had stated that he's in hospice, and it's pretty much a matter of time. So our thoughts and prayers are with his family, and again, it's just sad to see another piece of our childhood go. But yeah, so just want to make mention of that.
Yeah, give all the love to Tony Dow. And yes, as Tony has mentioned, this is the Tony Dow who played Wally in Leave It to Beaver, and he moved on to do visual effects. Doing this from my head, I believe Babylon 5. I know that for a fact, as well as the 8th Doctor TV movie. Don't believe me? Check out the credits when they're rolling at the end. He was doing the 8th Doctor. So now Doctor Who has a 6th degree of Kevin Bacon, or 6th degree of Doctor Who, with Tony Dow and Leave It to Beaver. Tony Dow was the visual effects engineer for that. So, folks, let's go to the after party. Stand by, please, everybody else. who are listening, thank you for joining us. Don't forget, please stay safe out there as we become part of the legend. Alrighty. Yeah, I was actually going to mention that in the after party, but I think it's only appropriate. Yeah, Tony Dow. Yeah, there was a mention that Tony had passed, and I'm going to make that correction because it was all over. It's all over the mainstream media that he passed, and now it's. Where did you hear that it wasn't, that he was in hospice?
Well, Fox News and CNN corroborated, and CBS News about a few hours ago had said, no, he's not dead. But I got my information from Bill Mooney on his Facebook page, so I shared that. And but this is like the third time that we have had an actor, or at least a celebrity, the announcement of
die but not die.
And then they retract it, and then afterwards, now she's dead. It reminds me of that "Bring Out Your Dead" sketch and Holy Grail. I think he's dead. No, it's well,
we had there's been a couple times. Tanya Roberts,
Tanya
James
Roberts.
Bond girl from I believe Octa.
View to Kill.
Okay.
Yeah, and Charlie's Angels. And
yes,
that's
and
show.
She was dead, and then they go like, no, she's not.
And Julie Strain.
Yes.
Yes. I'm just well, of course. Now this is way long time ago. I think it was about 95. I think I'm watching Dateline NBC. This is on a Sunday night at about 7:00 Eastern time. During the 7:00 hour, there's this crawl that's running from NBC News. Baseball Hall of Famer Joe DiMaggio has died. Joe D was very much alive. He was a little bit bemused by it as well, but it's like, why would, you have certain, you want to make sure, I hate to say this in this way, you have to make sure that the body is cold before you make the announcement.
Well, it should be, there should be a verification process if you're, because that's not going to just affect the family. It's affecting everybody who knows about this person. They're just like, oh, well, they've moved on. And then, oh, no, there should never be a reprieve. See, 6 hours ago, I here's the weird part. I just got this update. It says Tony Dow, Leave It to Beaver, passed. This is from ET Online. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to. They said that was 6 hours ago, so I had no idea what's going on.
Yeah, because the fact that his son made this statement was a couple of hours ago. I'm just looking here.
If anybody wants to just re-verify, if you can find it out there, go for it. Mark Robinson, Dan, can I ask a question? To Dalek builders of Florida ever meet up with the Sons of Skaro from the UK? There you go.
The question is that you asking if we ever have or ever will? Because ever have, not to my knowledge. Ever will, I would love to at least get Hal over in the UK. How is a very good question.
Doesn't he fly now?
Because that would be incredibly expensive. But I can definitely mention it to the other Daleks of Florida and see how they feel about it, and maybe we can arrange some kind of event or something.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm hoping for the same. That would be awesome to see you guys together. I'm trying to work here. There we go. I'll get to your chats now that Melanie has departed.
I did want to add though about the
go ahead.
Person who had discovered that they were dead from the news. Can you just imagine having like your neighbor come over or something like that, and they're like, "Hey, did you know you're apparently dead?" You died like sometime today, apparently.
March of 85. The BBC announces they're giving Doctor Who a rest, and of course, the rags, the tabloids decide to. They called up Nicola Bryant, and they asked her, "Do you have any reaction to the news that Doctor Who is dead?" And she thought, "Oh my God, Colin died." Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. By the way, NBC News, I like their headline here. The most recent one: Leave It to Beaver star Tony Dow is still alive despite. Legend of
the Traveling Wheel.
Yeah.
Well, I like Dan's. The Wheel of Christopher Chicken's out again.
The Wheel
Nice.
of Rassilon. Yeah, that was another decent one, but that was me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I think there was something else I wanted to bring. Oh, yeah, my choice. Okay. There we go. This to me, there were so many defining moments in the Ninth Doctor series. I mean, it's hard to pick one, but there's one that I love the most because every time I see it, I completely geek out. Just as bad, even not harder for every moment. I would say the entire episode of Dalek is just a masterpiece from beginning to end. Everything. And because Rob Sherman wrote it. But on top of everything else that has come out of that, I got to give it to this, and I'll read it aloud because this was the scene where the Ninth Doctor finally said no. And I love that entire scene because it's comedic at the same time. It's a throwdown. The Doctor, the Doctor says no to the Dalek. It goes, and the Dalek goes, well, what is this negative? He goes, I said no. He goes, what is this? And he goes, it means no. He's just repeating himself. And then he just blatantly says, I'm going to rescue her. I'm going to save Rose Tyler from the middle of the Dalek fleet. And then I'm going to save Earth. And then just to finish off, I'm going to wipe every last stinking Dalek out of the sky. And the Dalek responds, but you have no weapons, no defenses, no plan. And the best retort that the Doctor coming up with, yeah, and doesn't that scare you to death?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care, because right at that moment, he's saying he's got nothing to lose. So there's nothing you can do at this moment. And that's, I think the Doctor's mentioned in the past, the worst type of person to deal with, to confront, is when you have nothing to lose.
That's right.
Because that person will go all in, and that's what he did. He basically had 2-7 on suit. There's a possible royal flush on the table, but yet he's going out there throwing his 2-7, going like, I won this game and you don't even know it yet. Then he goes out there and rescues Rose. So that to me is, I think, one of the best scenes, best moments of the Doctor, because that was just the Ninth Doctor throwing down.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, if you haven't already purchased your tickets, you can get 15% off right now.
Oh, sure. No problem.
You can just go to Tampa Bay Comic-Con, comicconvention.com. Tickets of info are still on sale. I don't know why it hides the TARDIS promo. So remember, just TARDIS. That should be so easy to remember. Use promo code TARDIS and get 15% off the one-day ticket, or as much as the VIP. This is still your last chance. Go online and purchase your tickets, and we will be out there. Dan and I will be out there this weekend. Mark, who unfortunately couldn't make it due to technical issues, and Melanie will be out there, and we'll be hosting panels as well, Doctor Who panels. So get your tickets now. I'm just hitting buttons because this thing is just playing with me right now. Within a couple of weeks, we will be doing a tribute to David Warner. I mean, there's no way we can't have an episode out there without David Warner. Also, here's just one picture of Tampa Bay Comic-Con. Still Excelsior. My favorite. Excelsior in the middle of it. Yep. And there's the cosplayer. I forgot the cosplayer. I think isn't that Stan Lee or something like that? I think that's his cosplay name. I'll find it. I swear I'll find it again. But he looks so dead on. He's got the mannerisms and everything. And I had to take that picture with him in the middle of all what's going on in that Marvel world. So
you got to pack up for Tampa for Road.
I know. I might have to earn early. I'm just going to run one commercial because I didn't get through all the commercials. So if I don't run this commercial, I will be in trouble. So sorry, guys. You're just one commercial. I got to do it.
Oh, brilliant! It's hard to believe that in the 56-year history of the greatest sci-fi television show in the English language, there has never been a fan guide to Doctor Who. The official books might give you what they think you need to know, but only a guide written by a true fan will give you what you really want to know. Join Hoovian, the brilliant Mackenzie Flaw, as she takes you on an intensive journey inside the world of the first female Doctor. In the Binge Watcher's Guide to Doctor Who, Season 11. Right, let's get a shift on.
Yeah, I know it's early to announce, but the 31 days of Halloween is going to start October 1st. You will see pictures, movie clips, and everything. We're going to convert the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS Facebook page and the YouTube channel into nothing but horror scenes. And you're going to see some classic as well as some new stuff. I'm hoping we will be able to return this year to Halloween Horror Nights with the Traveling TARDIS. There's already pictures out there at the Traveling TARDIS, the Facebook page. And let me go ahead and give that a plug. Yep, we're getting close to 63,000 now. Facebook.com, the Traveling TARDIS, tons of pictures, and you can actually see some of Dalek Hal out there as well, with some pictures like this one. Where is it? There we go.
And there will be more.
You're going to see these two this weekend at Tampa Bay Comic-Con. And so cost as far as getting pictures with these two, because they're going to be right with our booth all weekend long. And we will have a special day on Friday at the embassy right across the street. There should be that bridge that goes across to the embassy suites. We'll be on the second floor. And Dalek, at least one of these two, is going to be out there getting some pictures taken care of. So we will be doing that. Don't forget to go over to... Dang it. This is why I need tickets at Tampa Bay ComicConvention.com. Don't forget 15% off with promo code TARDIS out there. Wow.
What does Mark say? Mark Robinson's comment?
Oh, I'm not even looking at the comments. Oh, Cyborg, thank you so much. We got a super chat. It's been a while. Cyborg T100, just because you guys are awesome. So much respect. So much respect for you. Thank you. £2 to take care and make sure our show is going. We appreciate that. And if anybody wants to contribute to help with super chats or anything like that, and all the proceeds are going to go to the show, whether we're going to conventions to help keep the show going. You name help Melina get over here. Absolutely down there. Now, Andrew, Rob Sherman's Chef Kiss. Which one were you asking? Is it that one?
That one below.
Below it. Mark Robbins says, this especially for Melina, wheel of beans on toast.
No. I don't understand the beans on toast. I just don't get it. I know it's a UK.
I've not tried it yet. We do
I
have
don't-
British
I don't
pubs, and I'm just like, no.
This is how we eat our beans. See? On rice.
That's good. I like black beans on rice, and
What?
a little black beans on rice, and a little bit of soy.
Oh, the black beans. But these are like they have pieces of pumpkin in it, or you could add
Hey Rob.
I don't know how you say it, regao. Just condiment, but I think that beans on toast, I think they serve it cold. I don't know. I can't. I'm sorry.
I just said, yeah, it's just like two foods that just like no.
It's
This is
so, it's so
maybe some bacon makes sense out of this, but no beans on toast out there. Good question, Tom. By the way, Rob Sims. Rob, do me a favor. Put your link to your. Why am I just blanking out on these? Rob and his team of folks do wonderful cosplays. You've probably seen some videos out there with Rob and some pictures with his team. Gosh, please, Rob, put your link in there so everybody can check out your cosplay. It is so cool. And any convention updates that will be coming out up there. So, Rob, please tell everybody what's going on.
He's the one who did the Stan Lee one?
Thanks, Carl. What's that?
He's the one who did the Stan Lee one, Rob?
No. Rob, I'm going to hate myself. Oh, CosFX Studios. CosFX Studios. COSFX Studios. they do if you've seen the video, there's a video of from this past year MegaCon.
Mhm.
Dan, you know, it was the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was their booth.
Oh,
that was their booth. There's an actual
yeah.
video on our YouTube channel wishing the Traveling TARDIS a happy birthday. And let me go ahead and answer the question because Tom is asking this. There was an thank you. No, actual link, Rob. Actual link. Put an actual link to everything. CostFX Studios. So Tom's asking, dude, where's my TARDIS? Okay. Yesterday, I almost tore down a store for the TARDIS. What happened is that Dave had sent the TARDIS to me, and apparently the delivery service. I'm not going to name any names or buildings or anything of that nature because I don't want to get back to me. But the TARDIS, somebody had delivered the TARDIS, but I wasn't here for whatever reason. I must have been walking somewhere outside at the time. They said that they had dropped it off, and they said, "Well, okay, well, we'll take it to the next destination." I didn't realize that this particular delivery company had a drop-off service. They would take it to a local store that they have provided, and essentially, it was fine. I finally got a text that said, "Your item is here." It arrived. Is that a word? It arrived yesterday. And I arrived at 1:30 at the destination, and I called the location. They said, "No, we don't have your item." So me freaking out. I'm like, "Oh God, if finally the nightmares come, I've lost the TARDIS." And I'm looking at it, and I called the delivery service and said, "This location says they don't have it." And they said, "No, we delivered it at 1:30, and here it is." They even gave me the whole receipt, like the delivery. It says everything, like the tracking number, all of it. So I called the place back, and they said, "No, we don't have it." So I ended up going over there physically. There was a box about this size, sitting on the upper shelf right here. It was a brown box, and I'm like, I know that's it. I know that's the thing. Why? And the woman at the counter goes, "No, it hasn't checked in yet." I'm looking at it. It says Dave Chapman on the box. I know that this is the box. So it was like drive me insane. I was like, please give me the box. It was just like she couldn't, and I understood. She couldn't tell me any information about it. I said, "I bet you Dave Chapman's name on there." She didn't bother looking, and I was just infuriated because I was about to call the delivery service and say, "Listen, it's there. They're just not releasing it to me. What do I need to do to do it?" As soon as I walk out the electric doors, the woman screams my name. She goes, "Christian?" And I go, "Yes." Apparently, she has a device that they check everything in. My name was not on there. At the moment, I don't know what act caused it. But as soon as I walked out the door, my name showed up. And the item was checked in. Damn it.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, I know. I was like ready to just completely go nuts on this store. I was just like, it's right there. It is. Who else is going to have a TARDIS sitting? So that was my story there, Tom, about how I almost lost the traveling TARDIS and how almost a store was destroyed from getting that TARDIS out of there.
Call in the Dalek squad. We'll take care
Exactly.
of it.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get Dalek Hal to go in there and like get it. So
Rob,
there's Rob's
link there.
Yep, Facebook.com/COSFX Studios at COSFX Studios on the Instagram and the TikTok. These guys are amazing and wonderful. Rob, I'm sorry. Please take it out of my head. I've been working today, so I can't remember everybody's name who works on your team. But thank you for posting it up there. So we got your link going out there. Mark, I will send you a can of beans to Evelyn if you want to bake beans. It's served hot, not cold. It's not gazpacho soup, I guess.
Yeah.
So
maybe one day, if I ever go to the UK, maybe. But
Let me go ahead and we're going to wrap up the comments because we got to go. I got some dinner waiting for me. Tom says, "Act of God, act of the Doctor." Rob says, "I am so honored that I got to hold the traveling TARDIS in London." Yeah. Apparently, everybody thinks that this is an item that, well, oh, Rob, thank you. Thank you. We love you. Thank you for coming by our Rocky Horror booth. Well, I hope I see you at Tampa Bay Comic Con. If not, I will see you definitely around there. Don't forget, folks, we're going to be wrapping it up. Don't forget to say your goodbyes in the chats because we're probably putting them up out there. Any last final words before we go? Don't forget to check out Dan over at Dalek How. You can go on your Facebook page, type Dalek How. You'll find Dalek How. And you can subscribe out there as well. Dalek Ren has a Facebook page, right? They both
Yes, he does. I post the events that they go to separately, so if I'm only bringing Hal to one, then I'll just post it on Hal's Facebook. If I'm just bringing Ren to one, like I brought Ren to Wickham Park 2 weekends ago, then I'll post it on just Ren's Facebook, or if I'm bringing them both to one, usually I'll post it on Hal's first, and then I'll cross-post it to Ren, so that way, whichever Dalek you want to see, you can see when they're going to which events.
You got it there. And Joey, wrap it up. Where can we find you at Geek Radio America?
On Live 365, the channel is up and running, and we're putting up some new material, and we're just getting ready now for a new phase as we get into August, into September, and into autumn and Halloween and Christmas and all that kind of crazy stuff. And we change the calendars to hopefully a new year that won't suck, just like the Pirates. By the way, next month I think it's like International Talk Like a Pirate Day. So, you know, on that day everybody's walking
the entire
around.
Month?
No, I mean sometime in August. And of course everybody on International Pirate Day, they're always saying things like, "Oh, what letter be after Q? R," you know. And down over here in Pittsburgh on International Talk Like a Pirate Day, it's something like this. Yeah, our pitching needs to improve. We need better defense. Maybe if we trade our center fielder to the Mets, we might stand a chance. That's Talk Like a Pirate Day here in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Melina, wrap it up. Let us, where can anybody find you?
Places.
There was some effort put in there. You can find Melina on
you can find me
Twitter. Definitely Twitter.
Yeah, you can find me on the thing where all the drama happens, Twitter, and you can also subscribe to my channel,
the Lifetime Network
channel. What? Oh, the Lifetime Network.
Yeah, where all the drama's at.
Nah, not Lifetime. That would be like MTV. To me, that's what it is.
You know, there is that great soap opera, Melina, called Sombras Tenebrosas. Yeah. I get a fright out of her on that. So
it's just, sorry, this is so random, but sometimes Twitter reminds me of, if you go like Spanish talk shows, if you search Laura in America,
God, yes. Yeah.
There's a lot of and that's that to me, that's Twitter.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But you can find me there. And also on my YouTube channel, which is also Melina Vader. And if you can also find me at the airport, working in tourism, waiting for people to give me tips.
Hey, PJ.
I never get any tips.
Yes, don't forget to tip your hostess and everybody else who are in the tipping position. Yeah, don't forget.
I'll take you to places. Well, I'm not the dark alley places. I'm talking about the beach, San Juan. I'll take you. Okay, I'll shut up now.
Well, we don't have to go home, but we can't stay here. We got to go there. PJ, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and everybody, don't forget to say goodbye because we might put up your into your final chats. Thank you, everybody. Again, don't forget, TARDIS is your promo code. Tampa Bay Comic Convention. Save 15% off any ticket. We got to go, folks. We'll see you next week. I think we're going to be doing another special, and I might not be hosting. Somebody else might be, because I'll be tired. So everybody, thank you again, and please stay safe because we want you all to become part of the legend. Go ahead. Say the last word. No, you said goodbye or something.
Take care.
Okay.
Take care, everybody.
Bye. Thanks.